Robert Croft took 4 wickets in 23 balls to see Glamorgan snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat as they beat Gloucestershire by 26 runs in an LV County Championship thriller in Swansea. After a delayed start, the home side were after quick runs to try to set up a declaration on the final day. They'd started it on 167 for 5, leading by 210, and Ben Wright and Mark Wallace were immediately having a go at the bowling. Wallace emphasised the intent by racing down the wicket and planting a ball from Ian Saxelby into the seating. In all the excitement, both batsman and bowler were keeping their eye on the ball, which led to a mid-pitch collision. And in the rush for runs, Wright holed out off Jack Taylor, David Payne taking the catch as the batsman was out for 37, soon to be followed by Wallace, who'd blasted 22 off 15 balls when he edged a wide one from Saxelby behind. 4 balls later, Wallace called the rest in with his side on 204 for 7. That set Gloucestershire a rather generous 248 off 81 overs, although they had managed only 165 in 90 in their first innings. Spin was on as early as the 5th over, and with his 4th ball, Dean Kosker caused enough confusion to have Chris Dent taken at short leg. Gloucestershire really needed a decent start, but they soon found themselves 2 down with just 27 runs on the board when Rob Nichol edged the 3rd ball after lunch, bowled by Jim Allenby, to Stuart Walters. Then 3 balls later, Allenby found enough swing to catch the edge of Alex Gibman's bat. So Glamorgan were right on top, which meant that Hamish Marshall, who was feeling better following an illness, and Dan Houseco had to regroup while keeping the scoreboard ticking over. They couldn't afford to be bogged down by the spinners. Nor could they afford to give their wickets away, which is just what Marshall did when he drove Kosker straight to Walters at long off to leave with his side on 48 for 4. With spin now on at both ends, the task looked very difficult for Gloucestershire, although both Houseco and Ian Cobain bedded in, knowing that there were still plenty of overs left in the bank. What they needed was to establish something of a partnership, of which there have been few in this match. The pair did well in putting on 60 in 19 overs. Houseco wanted to be the hero, and so he took on Croft, planting him for 2 sizable sixes in the same over as Gloucestershire began to make a decent stab at the target they'd been set. Wallace turned to Marcus North, who drifted a ball wide of Houseco's off stump. The batsman's eyes lit up again, only for him to be well stumped by Wallace for 47. But Gloucestershire was still not going to go down without a fight in what was fast becoming a very exciting game of 4-day cricket. Cobain and Benny Howell took the target down to 116. Then North again tempted the batsman, and Howell obliged by striking a ball to John Glover at long on. Then, arriving at the crease, came a man with one thing on his mind. Taylor is a relative newcomer in this Gloucestershire side, and this was his first game of the summer. And boy, did he nearly produce an outstanding knock. He immediately went on the attack with one boundary quickly following another. He too was offered something by North, but the difference now was that Taylor was striking the ball so well that it was flying over the rope. 17 was taken off a North over, and once more the momentum of the game had shifted. It was a wonderful display of controlled aggression from the 20-year-old, who raced to an exceptional 50, made from only 31 deliveries. It was the first of his career, but he may do well to make many better ones. He'd been well supported by Cobain too, who'd also gone to a more sedate half-century off 100 deliveries. The two of them added 63 in 10 overs, leaving them just 53 more to get, but then Croft took over. After making 55, Cobain turned a ball from the spinner to leg slip. Then 3 balls later, Richard Coftree was brilliantly held by Gareth Rees in spite of a parry and the attempts by Wallace to take the rebound. Coftree had completed a pair and departed with 49 needed, but Taylor, crucially, was still there. Well, he was until the wily Croft turned one back in to bowl him for a 63 made from only 45 balls. It really was a great knock. So Gloucestershire now required 38 from their last pair. Saxelby and Payne cautiously took that down to 27 before Saxelby chipped a delighted Croft to mid-wicket to give the 42-year-old his 8th wicket of the match. It really was a superb game of cricket this, the margin of victory being 26 runs. If this does turn out to be Croft's last ever game at this ground, it was a wonderful way to go. His last 3 wickets cost just 6 runs and came in the space of 11 deliveries. Glamorgan took 20 points to Gloucestershire's 3.